And tonight we are going to feature a special cigar that has actually been given to us by Dirk. He was nice enough to give us these, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Suave cigars.
Suave, you.
Suave?
Or maybe, oh yeah, you're right. Maybe it's just Suave. Suave.
It's Suave. It's Suave.
Okay, that's fine.
But
I said, did I not preface it with I'm going to pronounce it wrong?
yeah, and did I preface it with I'm going to make fun of you?
No, but
it's
I mean, you are.
It was implied.
So,
It was implied heavily.
no, sir, that was assumed, not implied.
No,
It was
it was in my
column
face.
B.
If you look at my face right now, you're going to see that I'm going to fuck with you.
Yeah, that's true, but I know that. That's an assumption I have. Like in life, coming from you. So
then I proved my point. Thank you.
what do we think about on first light up?
Zach
I
goes
think
first.
Dirk dripped us.
And we're gonna go last first. All right, so Zach, you go first tonight.
Nobody said anything about that?
I didn't hear it.
I said I think Dirk gypped us. What the hell?
Oh damn, that's
Dang.
not nice.
That's
I'm
mean.
joking, Dirk. I am very fond of you, sir. Your cigar is delicious. It's very good, sir.
I mean, you don't have to go the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm just saying you could have found a happy
I'm
medium in
bipolar.
there.
I'm bipolar.
It's either
I
on
absolutely can go to either side of the spectrum without any warning.
Fair.
and you're out of meds, so.
No, I got meds.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right.
Still
So-
adjusting back on them, but I'm on them.
All right, Zach. Since we're
Yes,
starting with
sir.
you tonight, can you tell us what your first thoughts are?
My first thoughts are it's light and approachable. It's not overly creamy yet for the way that the band or not the band the wrapper looks, which looks pretty creamy. I'm getting a little bit of like charred cedar so far and a little black pepper on the retrohale. So pretty good so far. Not knocking my socks off, but that's probably okay. In fact, last time we had a pretty strong cigar, and it's good to mix it up.
That's true. All right, Robert, how about you?
Yeah, it's good. It's very light now. Like I was telling you, Zach, earlier. I found that since doing this podcast, my tastes have gone from just liking the lighter ones to accepting the lighter ones. They're there.
Damn.
They're there.
All right.
I will smoke them, but
I will give you this advice in your cigar journey. You will find that you will polarize yourself all the time. So
Yeah.
you'll be like, I am totally into dark cigars. I want Maduros. I want Habanos. I want stuff that's going to kick my pants or kick me in the pants.
Either.
And then you're going to all of a sudden, well, you know what? Let me go back to to Connecticut's and Candelas because I haven't had one of those in a while. And then you'll get onto that kick and you'll be like, oh yeah, I like the lighter stuff again. So you'll be all over the place in your journey. That's a great thing. It really is.
I mean, I'm
And
not saying it's bad.
No. I'm
By
just
no
saying.
means, I like it.
But right
just-
now, when you're saying you're leaning towards darker, heavier cigars, you're going to go back the other way eventually. And then you'll go back and you'll bounce back and forth, and it's a great thing. So I'm just giving you that heads up. That does happen.
It's kind of like beer, man. Some days it's a Heineken day, and other days it's PBR.
There you go. That's exactly right. All right, Graham, how about you, buddy?
I mean, sure. Either of those.
Hey. I don't drink either one of those beers, so don't judge me.
I'm not judging you.
I heard it in your voice.
Oh, I'm totally judging you.
Those aren't on the
Andy
list
said-
of beers that I will only drink for free, so it's okay.
Ice House is on there too.
It used to be. I'm not there anymore. I respect my liver enough to harden it with respectable liquids.
Respectable liquids.
Respectable liquids. Charred cedar. Light band. Zach, what else did you say?
Okay,
So
that's pretty much it.
Good. I'm glad I covered it all.
Hey, you got the bases on that one.
Yeah, good. That's what I wanted. No, I enjoy it so far. All shit giving aside, I hope Dirk had enough of me, to understand that I was joking. I do enjoy it. It is a lighter blend. I think it'll change a little bit as it goes along. So I'm anticipating something different as we go along. But even if it doesn't change, I do like it. So. I am of the opinion that I do like darker cigars for the most part, Maduros and the such, but I do enjoy a lighter smoke from time to time just because it's something different. It's something, today's a PBR day. So, it's good. I was really hoping to avoid it's good, So I didn't want to actually say that out loud because I did that joke for so long, but Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Andy?
That's the longest-winded, description we've ever gotten on a Grim in a year's worth of episodes, and so therefore, sir, I applaud you. And I take back one of the things I said that was mean about you.
But you don't get to
Yeah,
pick.
but the other one's
But you don't
really
get to
raised.
Just, and we got years worth of bad things to go with. So
Grim, there's like the naughty list Santa has. It's all for you. It's just an entire list, just shit.
Still recovering, having recovered from the flu recently, and still having a little congestion going on up in the old cranium. I don't taste a whole hell of a lot. But it is a smooth start to the cigar. It's not that there is no pepper for me. I can't taste it. But outside of that, minor construction issues. Outside of the fact that I think maybe it sat too long because mine started out with a busted foot.
Oh,
Same here.
Yeah. And so, we're burning kind of funky shaped, but outside of that, it's still smoking well. It's got a good draw. It's an easy,
Oh my god!
easy
I
light.
didn't know that till you guys said it.
So,
mine was okay.
but it
Construction's
traveled. I'm not complaining because it traveled from, you're up.
It had some mileage on these cigars.
This cigar's got mileage on it. It's all right.
Those are the best cigars, though. I mean, honestly, like the ones that are kind of that have been around, like those are good.
Yeah.
A little age on them.
But outside of that, it's smoking really good. It's got a decent retro health to it. Kind of earthy from what I can taste.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Gills.
All right. Well, I can kind of mirror that right there. It is a little earthy. Don't get any of the pepper though, whatsoever. But I do have to say that this reminds me of a classic Connecticut. It doesn't have the kick to it that like the newer Connecticut today's do, where they're trying to give you just a little bit extra to get over that, grandpa's Connecticut or your dad's Connecticut taste that sometimes
like your dad's root beer?
not quite like that,
No,
but not your dad's root beer. Yeah. No, but it has a classic taste to it for a Connecticut. I don't even know if this is a Connecticut. I can't remember if it was. I have to look it up again.
Yeah.
But it definitely is a lighter smoke. But so far it's good. I'm enjoying it. So, yeah, lack of a better word there, Grim. I'm using good.
Good.
It's good.
It's good.
How are we at on our cigars?
This is about halfway. A little over
Yeah,
half.
about halfway.
I feel like mine has gone the Groucho Marx way and just exploded on me.
It does get better though.
I
It does get
have
better.
hit the Mufasa
mine-
killer.
Yeah.
Okay. Mufasa killer. All right, so
Disney reference again. I win! Yay!
getting canceled tomorrow.
No, Disney's just going to his door. Excuse me, sir. We heard about your podcast. It's not even online yet. We heard about your podcast.
We heard about,
Heard about your
We've been
podcast.
watching you for a while.
Riverside is a conglomerate.
FBI, your FBI handler was already
Don't
called.
worry about it though. It already got deleted.
Before it even finished recording. Thanks, Riverside. All right, so mine it's actually like Grim, not Grim, but Robert just said, it has gotten a little bit better on me. It besides, like I said, looking like the Groucho Marx, exploding cigar, the taste it's still lighter. It's not quite a medium smoke for me. It's still definitely a lighter smoke, but the taste is still there. It's got a good taste to it. I can't pick out any flavor profile like everybody's saying, like with the black pepper and cedar. I'm not getting any of that. To me, it tastes like tobacco, but it tastes like good tobacco. No film in the mouth, and I'm enjoying it. Now, do we want to go the reverse way again and start with Zach, or Andy, you want to do it?
I don't care. I'll go. But we're going to do, when we wrap up, we'll go backwards. That works.
Sure.
Works for me.
Yeah, I guess we're about halfway. So the flavors have intensified a bit, but not a lot. It's still, I'm with Gibbs. It's still more of a medium, not quite a medium smoke. It's getting close. And my construction has resolved itself at this for now. I had to touch it up once, but that's because I found just a cold spot. So outside of that, right now it's still smoking really good, and I don't have any problems with it. So carry on, as they say.
All right. How about you, Graham?
In 1997, the movie Titanic came out. And the entire reason the Titanic was so successful was because at the end of the movie, the old lady dropped the heart-shaped pendant into the ocean to defy the guys that brought her on a giant fucking cruise in the first place. And she was all like, get some. And that was a symbolic representation of Marxism. And that's how much I like this cigar.
That was deep.
Don't quite know where you're going with that, but I'm just going to leave that there. How about you, Robert?
It definitely got better. Not that it was bad to begin with, but it, I don't really get a lot of taste. I taste burning tobacco. It is burning a little uneven from time to time, but then it kind of catches up, and the end looks like it's about to come apart, but that's okay. It's still smoking, so it's good. I like it.
Still no construction issues over here. The little bit of black pepper I was getting on the retrohale is gone, and it's leaning towards more of a kind of creamy, kind of Connecticut vibe. Reminds me a little bit of the champagne, just a little bit. Very approachable. Call it like a mild to medium, kind of in between those. But it's improving. It's getting a little more going on, and it's enjoyable. I like it.
All right. So it's come to the sad part of the cigar.
Oh, Jesus.
It's burning my freaking fingers.
I got the same problem Zach does.
Well, do we want to rate them, or do we just want to keep going for a minute?
Rate them, man. Come on. You're up front. Let's go.
All right. No, we're going backwards this time, remember?
Oh, Zachariah.
It's Zach's turn.
Okay. So I've zero construction issues, great smoke output, great draw. A little on the lighter side for my preference, even for other Connecticut's. I know I've said this before, but the Intemperance EC from Roma Craft is one of my favorite cigars.
We almost went an entire episode without saying Roma Craft.
I couldn't do it.
Almost.
I love that cigar so much. But it does have Ecuadorian Connecticut on it, apparently, which is what EC stands for.
Yep.
It's a good cigar. It's I would have no problem recommending this to somebody as a first cigar if it was available. And but it's not. It doesn't have the depth that I wanted for it to be a truly excellent cigar for me. But I'm gonna give it a 3.75 because it's almost 4, but not quite. So it's a good cigar, but in the average area.
Gotcha.
Average good.
How about you, Robert?
Taste was good. It actually completely fell apart at the back end. I mean, it completely came apart. So I was like, I need to put this out before I catch fire over here. But hey, it could be a selling point for the show. I don't know. Man catches fire while smoking cigar.
It's good.
But I would say 3.5. And it wasn't, like I said, right now I'm in the, I guess, darker stages right now. So, maybe if I had another one a month from now, 2 months from now, I might think differently, but I would say 3.5.
Okay, fair enough. How about you, Grimbles?
Hold on a second. I have to collect myself as I bring myself to doing this review.
You want to go on to Andy then?
Yeah, go on to Andy. I've gotta buckle this down.
Okay, Andy, he's in deep thought. You want to go ahead with yours?
Get a shovel. It's a deep thought. Buddy. I gonna mirror kind of what Zach said. It's not as complex as I was prefer, but it's been a pretty easy smoke throughout. It's starting to get a little hot right here, close to the end. The construction issues that I had at the start kind of resolved themselves about midway, so none of that affected the draw or the burn. I touched it up a couple of times. Doesn't really detract one way or the other. To me, it was kind of an earthy flavor for what I can tell through the rest of the sinus crap that I'm fighting through at the end of the flu. But other than that, it was a appreciable smoke. So I give it a 3.5.
And for mine, I did a crown cut on mine. Don't know if that had a difference in it, but had no problem with the draw whatsoever. It sounds like everybody else is pretty consistent on that. So, yeah, good drawn cigar, good smoke output, pretty light. I still say it's a light cigar. Didn't even get the medium for me, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I would definitely stick it on the. I would recommend it to a new person getting into cigars as well. Right there with the Perdomo champagne. So if I'm going to rate it, and no film on my mouth at all, so that's a good thing. And the construction on it, besides the blowouts, but like I said, those things have been traveling, so I'm not going to knock it off that much for that. But I would have to rate this probably 3.5 as well. Middle of the road cigar, but definitely tasty. Worth the smoke. So you ready, Grim?
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Myself and my best friend at the time, and still a good friend that I hope is doing well. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but his name is Brian Little. Went to the Carmike Theaters in Union. And at the ripe age of, I want to say 15, I'm pretty sure we were 15 at that point in time, we asked for tickets to the movie Dracula 2000, thinking that it would be the best movie of all time. It was not. And we found out afterwards that the people in the box office let us in not because they gave a shit about the fact that we weren't 17, but because they were like, somebody has to be in that theater to see this movie. And this cigar is way better than watching Dracula 2000. Nice. I'm going to give it a 4.
Wow.
4.
It is a high mark for me, mostly because I acknowledge the fact that lighter cigars are not for me, but it is a very solid, wonderful smoke. construction issue aside that I've made fun of a couple times, it is very good. I'd smoke this thing into the fucking ground, as far as I'm concerned. It's very good. So, if you watch Dracula 2000 anytime soon, which you're not, let it be known
Once is enough.
this cigar is better than that, and you should smoke the cigar rather than watch that movie.
Fucking A.